How are we doing today, ladies and gentlemen? And welcome back to another video of Cubs Daily. My name is Steven Ryan, and if you're not familiar with our game here on Cubs Daily, we are excited to bring you all the exciting news, the spring training updates, and once the regular season kickoffs, all the time videos about the Chicago Cubs. We'll give you in-game analysis breakdown. We'll talk about who's hot, who's cold, the whole nine, and the only place to find that is right here on Cubs Daily. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Which Cubs player are you excited most about this year? I think from our previous videos, it's clear for me, my favorite and most exciting player is going to be Pete Crow Armstrong. I'm excited to see him take that next step, but you know what? Maybe there's another player in your eyes that you're excited about. Is it Moises Blastros at AAA? Could it be the addition of Matt Shaw to the big league club? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to hear from everybody. I want to build this inclusive community, and I appreciate everyone that has tuned into the videos. So, let's keep the party rolling. Let's talk about today's fun. It's a light show. It's a light show today, but again, lots of great stuff. And the first set is, again, shout out to the best fans in the world, the Chicago Cubs fans. You guys set another record. It's a spring training attendance record, just a hair over 16,000. I was looking up some averages, ladies and gentlemen. You guys you went to the game. They're more than the Rays and the Athletics had on average attendance last year. So, round of applause to the best fan base in the world, the Chicago Cubs. Good, bad, rain, sleet, snow, sunshine. You guys have always attended the games, and that is one of the best parts about Wrigley Field personally when I go. Even if it's, like a Tuesday night and it's not packed to the brim, I know it's always going to be a good time. There's always good people to talk to, and always watching baseball is one of my favorite things, and I'm sure as you go to Wrigley, it's one of your favorite too. So I expect this record to continue. I only know Sloan Park can hold so much, but the more Cubs fans we get, the more it's going to go. I have a Cubs fan in this room right next to me. He's only 16 months old. He doesn't even know he's a Cub fan yet. But either way, I'm very, very excited to watch this Cubs team. And clearly you guys are as well. You set the record. So shout out to the Cubs fans. Let's keep the ball rolling. Next order of business is the breakout games. Major League Baseball has this fun little thing here towards the end of the week where it just puts on its best prospects, right? And I love this adaptation of the game because this is a part of the game that the people don't truly know about, especially like the common novice fan. Now, you're a fan of the team, right? But you only see the big league club. I really hardcore started paying attention to the Cubs minor league system when Theo came into principal ownership because, like the best prospects I had growing up were like Josh Vitters, and obviously that just didn't work out at all. So I took a much more steady focus on the prospects when Theo came into the picture. And, obviously that's when he got like Rizzo, he got Bryant, Schwarber, the whole nine. Javi Baez was the last gift from Jim Hendry, no doubt about it. So some of the Cubs that we are most notable going to be talking about here are Moises Blastros, our minor league player of the year, and Cade Horton, our top pick from a few years ago. Now, Cade Horton was closed out a game the other day, and he was excellent, ladies and gentlemen. He was excellent, and that kind of got Craig Counsell excited. We're like, hey, maybe we could see this guy up here later on this year, and this is exactly what you want to hear from the Cubs head coach right there. And then, of course, Blastros, he's our minor league player of the year. We talked about him in another video. Fantastic young player, and honestly, if Miguel Maya doesn't really, take that next step and show that next step in terms of hitting, he's going to be probably the Cubs catcher of the future, no doubt about it. That's just how special Moises Blastros seems to be in these minor leagues. He's been a very steady hitter throughout his whole minor league career. And then as well, Cade Horton will be pitching in this game. James Chirantos will be playing as well. So it's going to be a fun showcase for the young Cubs later on this week. So if you're watching spring training games, make sure you check out these spring breakout games because it is a lot of fun for us Cubs fans to kind of see the future. Not everyone's going to be in a Cubs uniform. Some of these guys are probably going to get traded because, again, a lot of these guys have ETAs for 2025. So either way, take a look, see which players you might like, and see which players you might be buying their jersey shirt of. I'm a jersey shirt guy, ladies and gentlemen. I prefer to buy the jersey shirt over the jersey, but if you know you're going to be buying one of these guys' jersey, let me know. Again, Thursday. I believe it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Spring breakout games is where you're going to see all the top young prospects rock and roll. So, here is the deal, ladies and gentlemen. We are less than a week from baseball. I know I said 1 week away, but there are some wrinkles to the roster when traveling abroad, right? It's not like we're here in the domestic land and we can make a phone call to our guy in AAA and say, hey, we need you on the next flight out to get here for the ball game tomorrow. There are a couple new wrinkles for you when going to Japan. The Cubs are going to have some very nice roster flexibility, and that is right what Craig Counsell wants to see, right? That's exactly what he wants to see. So, the roster allows up to 3 inactive spots. So, the Cubs, for example, will probably use Nico Horner in this situation to, make sure that he doesn't have to go on the DL before domestic opening day. So, they're allowed to have him on that inactive spot, and they'll have 2 more spots to use after that. Outside of the 26-man roster, the 2 teams can have 5 extra players as backup. So, this is kind of where the Cubs can use these guys creatively to supplement their team as needed for the 2 games. The Cubs will also be having 2 exhibition games against Japanese teams as well. So they need a lot of different roster flexibility just in case someone gets hurt or any other kind of thing the Cubs may run into in terms of issues. Now, this bottom point, it says the Cubs are going to bring only 2 starters. Now, those are for the games against the Dodgers, right? It's going to be Imanaga and Steele. I would imagine that Boyd and Tyone are going to be a part of those 5 extra players as quote-unquote backup so that they can pitch those 2 games against the exhibition teams for Japan. So, when you're traveling abroad, ladies and gentlemen, you guys do get a couple of extra little wrinkles to help supplement the roster. I know Vidal Brujan and I believe John Birdie have been told they are going to be making the trip to Japan as well. So, look for those guys to be playing because I don't think Matt Shaw is going, and I confirmed that Nico Horner is not going to be attending as well for the games in Japan. So I'm going to be curious. It's going to be Imanaga and Steele, probably versus Yamamoto and Sasaki in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I was saying before, we are 1 week away from regular season baseball. Set your alarm clocks. It's going to be a 5 a.m. start, ladies and gentlemen. 5 a.m. start for the Cubs and Dodgers. I believe it's going to be next Wednesday morning. I am beyond excited. I don't know if I'm going to be up, but I'm going to try my best to be. And I am excited to watch baseball. And then 2 weeks after that, or actually roughly 10 days after that, we're going to have domestic opening day. And baseball will be in full swing. No pun intended, ladies and gentlemen. So, I am beyond excited. Hopefully the Cubs can go to Japan and get the split. It's technically going to be 2 home games, so I think Wrigley's only going to have 79 games this year, which hurts my soul. But that's just the way it's got to be sometimes. I'm very excited for these Japanese stars that they get to go to Japan and perform in front of all of the Japanese baseball fans because it is a large market, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of the largest baseball markets in the world that isn't ours. So I hope you all have fun. I will see you guys tomorrow.